Good morning. So today's unit is our second unit. So second unit will be saying about an robot end effector. Okay. So actually this unit is a very small unit which shows the actually these are the things that we have to carry out. We have to see about the introductions about robot end effectors, and we have known that what are the types of end effectors, and what about the mechanical grippers and gripper mechanisms. Okay, and gripper force analysis, other types of grippers, and special force grippers. So these are all the things that we what we are need to see over now. Okay, so before going into the topic, let me know what is robot end effector. Can anyone say what is robot end effector? So already I said you that the end effector, which is the device which will be at the end of the robotic arm, which is designed to interact with the environment. Okay, so it is a device which is will be at the end of the robotic arm, which is designed to interact with the environment. Okay, and when we are saying about the nature of the device, there is a robot end effector, which will depends on the applications of the robot. It will depends on the applications of the robot. Okay, and sometimes the end effector, which will also be known as an end of arm tooling, EOAT, end of arm tooling. Okay, they are designed and used to act as robot wrist. They are used to act as robot wrist that interact with the environment. Okay, so this is the introduction. There is a keywords what we have seen already in the robot end effector. So in robot end effector, it is a device which will be attached to the end of a robotic arm, and it is used to act as a robot wrist that it interact with the environment, and it is also known as an end of arm tooling, AEOAT. Okay, so that is what I shown over here. So the devices that attaches to the wrist of the robot arm and enables the general purpose robot to perform a specific task. So we will be having about a specific task over on it. Okay. So what are all the types of end effectors? So we major thing we'll have a two types. One thing is to be named as an grippers, and other one to be named as an tools. So the first figure what it shows now, it shows about a gripper, and the next one to be a tool. So grippers, we know that it is used to grasp and manipulate the objects during the work cycle. Okay, and tools, it is used to perform a process. For example, spot welding, spray painting. So there are all the things we'll be having over on it. Okay, and where the grippers are to be the most common type of the end effector. And apart from that, we may have some force taps and stuff. So which will be installed between the robot flange and the tool, that will interact with the parts over on it. Okay. So when we are saying about an for an example, if you are going for an example for an end effector, so for example, if the robot needs to be able to tighten the screws, so what it happen, Abdina? So the robot it must be fitted with an end effector so that it can able to spin. Okay. So this is used in manufacturing, for example, which includes in a anti-collision sense and the brushes. Okay. So major two types of end effectors are to be the robot grippers and robot tools. Okay. So next thing we are going to see about an grippers. Okay. So grippers, already we said that. So it is used for, so which is used to hold their parts over on it. Okay, sometimes we can able to call it as an hand grippers, primarily which is used for testing and increasing the strength of the hands. Okay, and when we are saying about they are the devices which enables robots to pick up and hold the objects. They are able to pick up and hold the objects. Okay, when they are combined with the industrial robotic arm of Dina, it can enable to automate the key process such as inspection, assembly, pick and place, machine tending. So these are all the things which will be carried out in the case of an grippers. So generally, when we are defining a grippers, so it is something that grips things or makes it easier to grip things. Okay, that is, it may refers to grippers tools for building hand strength. So it can be generally known as a hand of a robot. So when you are saying about the types of grippers, so actually, we'll have a mechanical finger grippers, collect grippers, vacuum grippers, fragile object grippers, electromechanical grippers, support grippers, and expandable grippers. Okay. In mechanical finger grippers, we may have different classifications: single and dual, multiple, expandable, internal, external. Yeah. Okay. So these are all the different types of grippers is available over on it. The next we'll see about the same thing what I shown over here. So the types of grippers will have a mechanical finger, collect, vacuum, and fragile object grippers, electromechanical grippers, and support grippers, and expandable grippers. Okay. So when we are saying about that types of mechanical grippers, we may have a single, dual, multiple, expandable, internal, and external. Okay. So when we are saying mechanical grippers, so the mechanical grippers is an end effector that uses mechanical finger actuated by the mechanism used to grasp an object. Okay. That is the mechanical gripper, which is an end effector that uses the that is a mechanical finger actuated by mechanism to grasp an object. Okay. And they are used to transfer parts from one location to another, or to assemble the parts, and which is used for grasping the object. That is the main thing, and it is used as an end effector in a robot for grasping the objects with this mechanically operated fingers over on it. Okay. So apart from that, so the most common grippers வந்து பாத்தீங்க அப்படின்னா, we'll be using about 10, we'll be having about 10 angular or parallel. அதே சமயத்துல we may have some other mechanical fingers also. We'll have vacuum grippers, pneumatic, hydraulic, and servo electric. So based on the application requirement, so நம்ம என்ன பண்ணுவோம் அப்படின்னா, we'll be using the mechanical grippers. So this is so they'll be used to perform some specific tasks. So already I said you that the mechanical grippers, they will be actuated by pneumatic, hydraulic, solenoid, or motor, designed based on strength considerations, and it is made as light as possible. Okay. So otherwise it will be heavy loading on the other drive requirements over on it. So gripping by mechanical finger type on the path of Dina, it will be less versatile and less dexterous, and it will be holding by the universal fingers as the grippers with the mechanical fingers over on it. And when you are saying about the grippers which will be subgrouped according to finger classifications, that is we may have a 2, 3, or 5 finger types over there. And when we are saying the 2 fingers are to be the most popular one, and but we'll have some magnetic grippers also. So this grippers which is used to handle the smallest of work pieces, and they'll be using the magnetized surface to grab the metal items over on it. Okay. So the next thing we have to see about an finger gripper. Okay. So finger gripper in the sense, so actually they'll have 2 opposing fingers or 3 fingers, or like a check over there. Okay. So they'll be that use the foot, as well as they'll be using for the pick and place applications also. Okay. And when we are saying about it, the fingers, that is they'll be driven together such that one's grip and any part is centroid and will be in the gripper. So this gives some flexibility to the locations of the components to the pick point over there. So in the case of an 2 finger grippers, they can be further split into parallel or angular motion over there. And when you are saying that, so the robot end effectors வந்து பார்த்தோம் அப்படின்னா, they will be classified on the basis of the mode of gripping as an external and internal gripping over there. Okay. So when you are saying about the grippers, so already I said you that it is used to enable robots to pick and hold objects over there. Okay. So the incredible variety of grippers வந்து பார்த்தோம் அப்படின்னா, which is due to the massive variety of objects, robots that on holds over on it. And similarly, they will have a physical interface between a robot arm and the workfaces. So particularly the end of the arm tooling, it is EO80 is one of the most important parts of the robots there. The next one to be the single. So this is the information about the single gripper. Whereas in the case of an dual gripper, so this robots, what it does abdina, so actually the first thing as the name suggests, so what is a dual gripper? Dual abdina, we will be using often two grippers on one robot. Okay, so this is made possible by combining three components. So we'll have a UR cap for multiple fingers, so which currently supports for the up to 4 grippers on the same arm. Okay, so the robots will pick up the next work part while the machine is still processing the preceding part. So when the machine finishes, the robot reaches into the machine, wants to remove the finished part and load and the next part over on it. Similarly, this will reduces the cycle time per part over there. Okay, and when we are saying about end effect task, so at the end of the arm, the robots have been fitted with which are called to be known as grippers. They are special devices designed to help robots for handling the objects in the real world. And sometimes the grippers are also named as manipulators. Okay, so sometimes the human hands may be prone to errors. So when they are assigned to repetitive of the tasks. So that is why we'll be going for an grippers over on it. So an end effector, which is be device to the end of a robotic arm, so which is used to interact with the environment that what will have over on it. Okay. So these are all the things. So in the next we will be seeing about mechanical grippers with the arms that we can see in the next class. Thank you.